is up? This will be a short one. Heading to the gym. Just wanted to jump on and say what is goody. Making sure everybody's staying on track. If you have your diet and you have your training regimen, your routine, your schedule, if you have it, what are you waiting for? You should be in the gym already. You should be training. You should be following the plan. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. I'm only a DM away. If you're one of my clients, that means you have my actual cell phone number. So I'm just a text away. So far, we've seen some pretty good progress with some of you, right? You guys are all moving along well. I want to shout out two individuals I think that are doing quite well. One is Stefan, and let's start with Stefan. He's been following the plan. It's been about a month, and he's down 14 pounds, so congrats, bub. Look forward to more progress going in the right direction. And then Kate, she's doing great. I think she's down 11 or 12, so she's doing well. They've said the diet hasn't been difficult, the training hasn't been difficult, so that's good. That means that they're following along and it's not too difficult for them, which is what I try to ensure for everybody. Now, obviously, it might be a little more difficult than normal daily life you were living before, because you most likely were eating with no restriction and maybe not training, or maybe you were training, but you were kind of all over the place. When you work with me, I try to make it as easy as possible, but also try to get results, right? The goal is the results, but it's also, I don't want it to be so difficult that you fall off or you quit. So the goal is to make it fairly simple in the beginning, and we will slowly make it a little bit more difficult, because you're beginners right now, and you will move along, become advanced, who knows how far you'll go. But you have to make it a lifestyle, and so far it looks as though as they are, which is freaking spectacular. The other thing I want to touch on is, if you're struggling to lose fat, if you're struggling to lose weight, if you're struggling to gain muscle, if you don't feel good, or whatever the case may be, there's Mike, I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to create a plan for you. I'm here to help you along. Again, you have to do the work, but I'm giving you the blueprint. All you gotta do is follow it. Right? And you know, if this is something you've been wanting to do, or something you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, because when you're not monitoring your diet, when you're not training, you probably are sick and tired, and nobody likes being sick and tired. So you have to take the steps and put into action the plan. So if I'm talking to you, if you're sick and you're tired, if you have back pain, you have shoulder pain, joint pain, arthritis, and 99% of you got pain. I had pain, still have a little bit, but it's much less than it ever used to be. Anyone that knows me knows I used to have back problems, And no matter how many experts I went and saw, none of them had the answer. Neurologists, freaking, I don't even know who else I've seen. I've seen experts after experts. And they want to give you drugs. They want to give you surgery. They want to do whatever costs thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm not good with that. So I figured out how to fix my own problems. And that's through diet. Once I figured out the diet, the pain started to go away. It allowed me to start training again. And then once I started training, I started strengthening the muscles around the injured area. And essentially pain went down to next to none. Now every once in a while, when I have a cheat meal, burger and fries, or some pizza, which sometimes I fucking have. You're damn right I do. And you could too. When you follow the plan, you still can have these things. But I noticed when I would have them, the next day my back would hurt. It would bother me. Why would that be? Because those foods are highly inflammatory. And when you inflame your body, when you inflame joints, the muscles, everything in the body becomes inflamed. And it's already a fine oiled machine. It's kind of like a car engine. If you put the wrong oil in your car, yeah, your car will run, but it won't run well. If you don't change the oils in your car and you let it get real black and dark and nasty, yeah, your car will run, but it won't run well. And it won't run for long. Think about the body like that. If you keep putting in inflammatory foods into your body, you will be constantly inflamed. And when you're constantly inflamed, joints sit like this, right? This is your joint. Say this is a shoulder, a rotator cuff, or whatever. It sits in there. There's a gap, right? And that's where fluid is, or your cartilage is, right? But when you inflame those, it could become tight. And when it becomes tight and you start to move, it rubs. And when it rubs, it starts to break down the cartilage and you have joint pain. If you have inflammation, if you have arthritis, if you have what are some other things? I'll put it like this. Anything that ends in itis is an inflammatory disease. So if you cut the inflammatory foods out, will the disease go away? Maybe. Potentially. Probably. I want you to think about that. Anything that has itis on the end is an inflammatory disease. That's why they'll tell you to take ibuprofen, because that's an anti-inflammatory. It works a little bit. But taking ibuprofen every day will affect your gut health, which then you won't be able to absorb the nutrients you're taking in. You can have problems there. Double-edged sword. Why not just fix the diet? Maybe fix the disease. Interesting. Colitis, inflammatory disease. Arthritis, inflammatory. Meningitis, these are all inflammatory diseases. And I believe that with the proper diet, nutrition, and fitness, you can fix them. And I'm proof of that. Over 30 years of my life I spent in pain because of my back. Maybe not 30. 25 years. I mean, nobody knew how to fix it. Nobody knew nothing. Physical therapy, muscle relaxers, bullshit. All bullshit. Neurologists, spine doctors, None of it did anything. They wanted to cut me open. No, we ain't doing that. Diet. So if this is you, yep, you. If you're sitting there and your back is hurting, shoulders, arthritis everywhere, I'm your guy. Reach out, DM me, pain-free, and I'll know you're serious, and we'll get started on talking about what your options will be. Let me help you. On to the next thing. Today is back day for me. Speaking of back, today is back day today. And my goal is to grow. So that's what we're doing. We're going to do a lot of rowing, pull downs, all that fun stuff. All that stuff that makes you look jacked and juicy and just fucking scary. So that's where we're at. Pre-workout today, we got 2 scoops of Hydraulic 2 from Axe and Sledge. 1 scoop of Demo Day is a carb. What is it, like a carb supplement? It's like a maltodextrin, pea starch, things like that. Is to help fuel the workout and give you an insane pump. I also put a half a tablespoon of baking soda. That's right, baking soda under my tongue. Let it sit for a couple minutes, then drink it down with some water. Also some beetroot. That's good for pump. It's also good for heart health. So, if I was you, I would get some beetroot. They come in chews, they come in gummies, they come in powder, they come every fucking way. Just get one that works best for you. I like the chews, it tastes pretty damn good. But yeah, so we're gonna get in here, I'm gonna do my thing. You are gonna do your thing. If you are in pain, you are gonna DM me, painless or pain-free. Let's go pain-free. You're gonna DM me pain-free. And that tells me you're tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of being in pain. And you're ready to take the next step. Yeah. And that's all we got today. We're going to do our thing. The post-workout meal will be 3 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, and a slice of Ezekiel bread. And, yep, that'll be it. That'll be the post-workout meal. Maybe 2 slices of Ezekiel bread. I like Ezekiel bread. It's pretty good. And it's a good carb, I believe. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and we're going to get it in. I want you to take control of your life. I want you to do what's best and what's right for you. If you were to go to a doctor, it's going to be, what, $25, $50 copay? Then they're going to send you to a specialist. It'll be another $25, $50 copay. Then you're going to get some pills or whatever. It's going to be another $10 to $20 copay. You're already at $120 and nothing's happened and it ain't going to do shit for you. And then you're going to go again in a month, another $25 copay, $50 copay. Within 3 months, you will probably spend $200, $300, $400, $500, and you won't get the results you want. Or you can hire me for less than that, and you will get results. And it will be so much more than just the pain in the area that they're looking at. Yes, you might have arthritis everywhere, which is going to be lots of pain pills, anti-inflammatories, nonsense bullshit. It's just going to affect your gut health. It's going to lead you to then need to get something for your stomach to deal with that. And it's just a snowball effect of money spending for nothing. And nothing will be fixed. And you will still be in the same boat you're in now. So why do that? Cut the bullshit. DM me pain-free for half or less than, for definitely less than what you're going to pay at a doctor. That's if you have insurance. If you don't, forget about it. But for less, I can help you. I'm telling you, I can't believe it took so many years. I went so long in pain. You can ask my children. They'll tell you. I would lay on the floor because my back would be jacked. I'd have them walk on it, do all this stuff. Now? Nope. Now I squat again. I deadlift again. And I could never imagine doing that before. It was no way. Now? No problem. And all I did was change my diet. Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. DM me pain-free if you're done paying doctors for nothing. Lots of money for nothing. Hard-earned money that the state and the government takes from you, the money they take from you, and then you're going to give what's left to the doctor to do nothing for you. Let me help you. Let me help you. You know what to do. If you're serious and you're tired of being in pain, DM me pain-free. I'm going to get you started. We'll see what we can do for you. It'll be a questionnaire, some things you answer. Get you started, man. On your road to living pain-free. Alright, it's my time. I will see you all on the next one. Ciao.